This is the 6th race in the young history of Shippen Raceway Park and the 3rd of the 2014 playoffs. Tonight, the carpeted garage super duper death race of pain and suffering Extravaganza 503. Tonight's race, unseasonably cool conditions into the low 70s. All this week we've seen hotter conditions these drivers have tested in. Tonight, not what these teams and crew chiefs wanted to see. We're going to see these drivers have more grip than they expected. In the previous race at Moon Speedway, Bill Steinbach picked up his win and clinched his spot in the championship race. Steve Brown was the victor in the first race. We'll see if he can pick up his second spot to clinch his place in the championship race. And we'll see if Chad Limbrunner can pick up his first win of the playoffs to try to get his championship run alive. Also, watch out for that team. They've got a brand new 15-turn motor. Get ready for some rough and ready racing.
My passion, I keep my foot on the gas. I'm steady lane, switching lane, bitch insane. I keep your brain twitching, dang. Chickens love the way my bass hit and face it. I'm basically wild and rebellious, run with a loud group of fellas.
Starting on the pole this evening, we will have Chad Limbrunner. Bill Steinbach will be in second spot, and Steve Brown will begin tonight's action in third place.
Actually do a good rolling start, buddy.
Chad Limbrunner takes the field through turn number 2. They'll come on to turn number 3. They'll hit the front stretch, and they'll be going to upwards of 25 miles per hour.
There it is, Limbrunner taking the outside line, almost hitting the grass there, and almost again coming onto the front stretch where we had that catastrophic accident just a year ago.
Steve Brown, he seems to be way off the pace. We might want to get somebody in the pits to check up with his team to see if there is something wrong with that Dodge.
Yeah, but he's actually catching up now.
Bad.
You know, he's keeping up with the field here. Limbrunner still having the lead. Steinbach in second, and upside down out of turn 2. You can see his car flying.
Big accident.
Yeah, Limbrunner comes around, hits his car while he's on the roof, and the track maintenance team will go out to do some work to his car, make sure everything is okay. And the word we're getting now is that wire came off that motor again. It's an issue we've seen in 3 consecutive races now.
It doesn't seem to. I mean, it doesn't ultimately seem to affect them. They've had it happen in 3 races, and the 2 that we, not counting today, they've been victorious in 50% of them, winning the previous race. Green is back out. Steinbach in the middle. Steve back to third spot. Chad in second.
A battle for first place ensues, and number 8 is brought back to third place. They're actually going to say they never took the green, though, because if you'll see there, Brown was up on the wall before hitting the start-finish line to take the next lap. Shippen Raceway Park has one of the biggest gaps between the restart and start-finish line.
Steve will come around in the middle lane. They'll gas it too wide for second place. Steinbach easily takes it away from Steve Brown. Him and Limbrunner wreck.
Oh, yeah, quite a battle here, and they continue on rolling. 3/4 of a lap here goes by for Steve Brown, and that'll bring out a caution flag, and the track maintenance team doesn't understand what's wrong with Brown's car.
Word we're getting from the crew chief is it could possibly be a dead battery. Is that possible this early in the race?
Yeah, that's what we're hearing up here, and they're saying that they tried to use one of the older spec batteries on these vehicles, and it was fully charged according to their peak charger, but it has just run out of battery now. The cells just can't hold that charge, so he's going to take himself out of this race right now.
Wow. Who would have expected that?
I know, yeah. It's going to be a 2-horse show here to the end, though, definitely. As they take green flag again, Brown will just go down several laps, and he'll get no points on the day unless he gets his car out and runs more laps.
It's like the old school days of 2010. Steinbach versus Limbrunner.
Yeah, here it is. You can see they're on 2 separate parts of the track, but look how much time Limbrunner's making up with that faster motor than Steinbach has.
Much faster. He's able to carry a lot more torque, but he has the issue carrying that speed through the turns. As you can see, Steinbach easily can approach any corner at almost any speed.
Yeah, but as he's making up a lot of time, Limbrunner has trouble in turn number 1. Now let's talk about the legality of Limbrunner's new motor, okay? They went to Hobbytown, a prominent hobby supporter here in the Pittsburgh area, and looked for a 20-turn motor, which is stock for these vehicles, and they simply did not have one. The league said 15 turns is all right as long as they don't do anything with the speed controller and ensure that. And the reasoning behind that is the tracks that we run at here in Three Rivers RC, you can really not build up that much speed, except for the new track, Mead Gardens,
or the Super
Speedway.
So Steinbach's going to have the outside lane on this restart attempt. Chad will obviously have his choice of lanes.
Steve Brown's team is going to lend a hand to the camera team today, and we're going to get some great shots from above the track here.
Green is back out. You can see that 15-turn motor right there from our sky cam. Chad Limburner in the lead.
Yeah, Limburner pushing, aerodynamically pushing Steinbach to the outside. Steinbach doesn't go 3/4 of a lap down, and he's way back here in second place.
He's way back, lap 20, 15 more circuits to go. And he might actually lose a lap to Chad Limburner. Chad went wide. You can see the cones over in the fan seating area.
Now Limburner, whoa! Looks like Steinbach tried to take Limburner out on the front stretch.
Oh,
look at that!
Right.
He gets him again and pushes him into the outside wall. And now Limburner is almost going to lose the first place spot.
What a camera shot. You can really see the speed these cars carry and just how unstable they are going over these bumps.
Exactly.
Anybody can say, oh, I could probably do this. No, you couldn't. Look how out of control these cars are. Look at that left front wheel bouncing. And Bill just turns right to try to wreck Chad Limburner to get that much-needed yellow.
Exactly, lining up where he needed to be. Green flag is back out. Looks like Steinbach tried to do it again off of the restart. He won't be able to do it. Limburner gets far away from him as Steinbach spun some tire in turn 3.
Still, Bill Steinbach is able to carry a lot more speed through that second corner that Chad can carry. You can see right there he's able to make time, but he loses it just about everywhere else.
Look at those buggies bounce coming out of turn 1. And into turn 2 there.
It's about 20 miles per hour. Chad!
Oh,
he
Chad
cut the turn narrow, went wide and into the grass. Now he looks to be disoriented, but he does land, and right before the cutoff for caution flags, lucky for him, yellow flag on lap number 28.
3 laps out from that limit. You can see this close-up of Steve Brown's car from, or excuse me, Bill Steinbach's car, not Steve Brown.
Getting ready to go at the restart line. Green is back out. Some contact there, but Chad's able to hold on to that Chevy.
Ooh.
Bill cuts underneath him. They make contact in one. Bill goes high and wide into the grass. He's still very close to Chad Limburner, possibly drafting up to the back of him.
Yeah, Limburner having some trouble on the front stretch.
Oh.
He'll be pushed into the outside wall because his cone gets on. A cone gets under one of his tires and he's not able to steer properly. He's almost a lap down.
Steinbach, you can see he looks like he's backed it off. He has a commanding lead over 1 lap on Chad Limburner.
Limburner walks out upset about the day. He had a fair shot in a faster car.
White flag is out. Chad will come around to just complete his necessary laps. Bill will take the checkered right there, picking up his second consecutive win of the playoffs.
Quite a cushion, maybe attempting to keep one of these other 2 drivers out of the playoffs, and then he kind of gets Limburner back there for some fighting, goes to the outside lane where he wasn't running and flips Limburner.
So what a surprising race we saw today. Steve Brown not able to finish. That opened up the door for Chad Limburner, and he was not able to capitalize on that event.
Is this the first time we've seen someone not finish a race? No, Limburner in the Super Speedway. This is the second time then. We'll see you next time on the Three Rivers RC Racing Channel.